Hello and welcome to the reaction cast to the PS4 E3 2016. I'm Danny and I'm today's host. With me, it's not like this week's host, this year's
I am
host.
this evening's host. I am this hour's host.
Today I am
a host.
With me is Josh, Lewis, PJ, and Ryan. Gentlemen, how did we react?
Overall, it was a good day. There were some ups, there were some downs, but I think overall it was a very good day.
Ubisoft.
Are we talking about everything, or are we talking about the Sony?
Yeah, that kind of was like, I thought we were talking about Sony.
General.
Like, I literally
It was
asked,
very
like,
general. He said, "How are we reacting today?" He didn't say to Sony.
Fuck, I
He
hate
did not
all
say to
of you.
Sony.
So,
How do we react to Sony, you literal jackass?
Sony had a
You
strong
know me.
conference. Sony, I think they had a stronger conference than they had last year. Although a lot of people flipped shit last year when Final Fantasy VII and Last Guardian showed up, but I think they had a better conference this year than they did last year. They showed the long-rumored God of War game was shown, which was cool. Of course,
That was actually really cool.
I am confused as hell because all that I can think of now is that it looks like they're bringing Kratos back, unless that's only like an opening to the game and then we get to play as his son.
20 years later.
Yeah, but right now all that I can think of is that Kratos isn't satisfied with killing the entire Greek lineup of gods, that now he has to go after the entire next set of gods, and then he's going to kill
Then
them.
the next set of gods, and then the next set of gods.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Kratos just going to kill everybody. And once he kills gods, he's not going to be finished.
Basically, he's Spawn.
He's a really pissed off god.
So, the gameplay was cool, though. It was really cool. The fact that he seems to have to get up more up close and personal, and you don't have the reach anymore that you had with the dual blades, or the dual swords, the swords of chaos, is really cool.
Get the Thor Frost Axe.
Yeah, the way that he just grabs it, impales it in his enemies, and just pulls it out of them, like mind control.
Like, what is that with Norse weapons in general, I guess, right?
Apparently.
That's the thing, like, wasn't there a rumor that they were going cross religions, I guess, and they were going to fight other gods?
There was a rumor that the game was going to reboot the entire series, and that it was going to be Norse gods instead of Greek gods. But now it looks like that Kratos is back, which means it's still set in the same universe as the God of War 1, 2, 3, Ascension, and all the other spin-offs. But so I'm just interested to see how they're going to push forward with this, like where the game goes. Interested to learn more about it. We got to see, what was that last game that they demoed that I can't remember?
Whoa.
Days Gone. But we'll get to it.
We'll get to it. So, as Josh said, it started off with God of War, although I do want to point out Grunt Lady 2016.
Beatbox.
That orchestra was awesome.
Oh no, that orchestra. Although at points did anybody else felt it kind of got a little gimmicky? Like it was like, okay, this is cool now, and then at other parts it was like, well, this is just not needed.
Once it got to the VR section.
You know what? That Days Gone, which we'll get to, that's the next game we'll talk about. But they demoed Days Gone at the end, and I thought that was actually kind of cool again. But
Days Gone is definitely something I will pick up and play, based off of what we saw.
It looked cool until the end of that gameplay. Then it just looked hopeless.
That's fine. Dude, The Last of Us was hopeless from start to finish. Like, that entire game is hopeless.
I mean like literally hopeless. Like it looked like they were just those. I mean I don't know how often that's gonna happen.
I doubt it's gonna happen again.
I was gonna say it's like they were literally like never gonna stop.
Slice.
There was never gonna be never-ending fucking zombies.
That was a vertical slice. Just a vertical slice.
Yeah. But overall, I agree. This is definitely the best conference they've had in several years for me.
But
They
even
said they
still,
started.
a lot of their games didn't really speak to a gamer like me.
Seeing most, but I mean, actually, most of them did.
I don't give a
What
shit
did?
about Last Guardian. Don't give a shit
Okay,
about
no.
Final Fantasy.
Okay, well, that was VR.
Yeah,
I
that
don't
was
give a shit
specifically
about
VR.
any of the VR shit.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you got two sections there, VR and like I said, they didn't show a lot. They had a way shorter conference than they normally do.
Yeah.
Yeah, can
Well,
we
it
bring
makes it
up?
feel that way.
Can we bring up? I mean, or does anybody else want to say anything about Days Gone?
It looks neat. I like the biker gang angle to it.
Sons of Anarchy feels very Sons of Anarchy.
I like the premise
Well,
a
I
lot,
mean, at
but
the
the
moment,
gameplay
I
didn't
mean,
really...
it
I don't
doesn't.
think the gameplay worked for me, but the premise is really cool.
Can I honestly say it felt unbelievable when they did the end demo, when he was just shooting a gun. I'm like, you know what? Yeah, maybe the first 5, but the 5, like, they were hoarding towards him at a very, very fast pace. And I feel like an assault rifle wouldn't kill enough. Like, the ratio of zombies moving forward at a certain speed versus the bullets to kill them at the same time, I feel like he would have just gotten rushed.
Yeah, it seemed like...
Exactly. That's what I meant.
Once again, though, don't look too far into it because that game's still in development. One likely that was a vertical slice. I mean, if you couldn't tell by the sound quality of the gunshots that that's an early
Oh,
development.
yeah, that's true. That's true. I didn't think of it.
Assault rifle sounded like a pop gun, so...
You know,
But here's my thing is, why show games that far out?
Well, and I wanted to actually, I kind of started doing the math,
Dude,
and
I don't think it's as far away as Josh thinks it is.
Well, no.
What do you mean? I think it is.
I think.
Well, you're saying it's super early in development. Like, dude,
PJ
I seen
18, 19?
No, not the. No, it's gonna probably come out 2017.
17.
Holiday. But I don't think that it's. I'm not saying that it's in like pre-alpha stages. I'm just saying that.
Well, I mean, that's kind of how you sounded.
The concept of what we're seeing is still a vertical slice. So take everything with a grain of salt because things can be improved.
But no, I mean, I like the idea of it up until like the zombies. Everybody knows me. I'm not a big zombie fan. I don't like Dead Rising.
You mean the golems?
Precious.
Zombies,
The
golems,
gameplay
whatever you want
didn't
to call
look
them, whatever
very
you want to
good.
call them,
No,
undead, half
Zombie
dead.
golems.
Yeah, like that. Like it looked cool. Like yeah, but we'll see. We'll see how it turns out.
I got a, like I mentioned before, like a really World War Z vibe from it.
It did feel World War Z.
Because I know in that game or in that movie, they made the zombies sort of like a force of nature, where they all like the numbers just made them into just one entity, and so
Like a wave.
Yeah, exactly.
So no, yeah, that's about it. I think Josh is right. Although that it's 17. Although I also feel like that game's gonna get pushed into 18. Just something about it and the way that everything's been going recently. I just think
It's
18.
late. It's not even going to be early 17. It's going to be late 17. That's going to be
No, that's what I'm
holiday
saying. I
17.
think it's gonna get pushed out of 17 into 18. It's gonna be like that March 3rd drop-off point for things that got pushed out of November.
And then we got to see a really cool Horizon gameplay demo that was decently long. And
yeah, that it was. I actually liked. I think PJ said it correctly. This is like Far Cry Primal. If all the animals were fucking electronic.
Yeah, exactly. It's more Far Cry Primal for me.
That you could hack animals and be like, "You're my trusty steed now," and Steed was like, "Yeah, okay."
to me, it felt like a cross between Far Cry Primal and Tomb Raider.
Well, and then add Deus Ex, but the animals are the machines, not you.
Yeah.
Deus Ex?
Deus Ex. Okay.
And then they showed the map
I English
off.
well.
I felt like that game was going to be kind of giving you room to explore, but kind of linear, as into like it would throw you down a path and you would run into things. But when they brought up that map and showed all that terrain that you could cover, I was like, okay, so are we going more action adventure RPG with this game, or because they also had the conversation dialogue with the dialogue wheel that came up, and I'm like, so I don't really know what that game is doing. I like it. It looks cool. But I don't know what genre it kind of sits in.
Honestly, I feel like it's going to pull... How serious would you say that Primal is, PJ? Because I didn't play it. Or anybody else.
How serious is it?
Yeah.
I mean, the story's pretty damn serious. I mean,
So I feel like it's gonna feel like Primal, and especially with the like primitive humans that somehow are like really technologically advanced all at the same time.
That is totally not Primal, but
well, no, I know that. But the tribe aspects, like how that human interacted with the main character was very much how I feel like Primal would be. And then she jumped on an electronic steed. Like when she was like, it was like, I do not know what the demon is, and then she spoke normally. It was kind of weird, but it was weird, but in all reality, I kind of get a little bit of Far Cry Primal plus Deus and
Deus Ex.
Yeah, Deus Ex. Just move on, Danny.
All right. No, it looks cool. That is actually would be one of the reasons why I buy a Neo in the near future.
We don't even know if the Neo exists.
Then we got into
the last Guardian, and it's coming out. It got released.
I thought they went to the robot thing next.
Actually, the way I have it typed it up, and I typed it up in order. Actually, it had the Last Guardian, then Horizon, but Josh just jumped to Horizon. So I'm trying to get to Last Guardian before we move on to Detroit Become Human. So really quickly, Last Guardian got announced October 25th.
Well, it didn't get announced. It got a release date.
Okay. And my favorite line of the night all day is by Lewis. It's still a teaser after 20 years.
Well, they showed gameplay last year.
Okay.
So why not this year?
No, they showed the exact same thing that we had already seen like 20 years prior when it was first announced. They showed the exact same thing again last year. And then John got to see... Is that
what that was?
Yes, and then John got to see different gameplay behind closed doors last year, which he said to him still looked unremarkable. So we haven't actually seen new, fresh gameplay of that game.
That game
has been re-announced, reintroduced. We have not actually seen somebody on the sticks controlling.
Yeah, I just don't think that game is for any of us.
No, not at all.
I don't know who that game is for anybody.
No.
Japanese too.
No, that game is for the people that have been waiting for 20 years. Kind of like Halo 3's or Half-Life 3 is only going to be for the people that have been waiting for it for 20 years.
No, Half-Life 3 will be for fucking everybody.
No, it's just the problem is I think that if Half-Life 3 ever comes out, they'll have
Guardian
the same...
is being made solely for Colin Moriarty and nobody else.
But it's gonna have it's not gonna be able to reach expectations. Is what I was trying to say.
No, I agree with that. I agree.
Anyways, we will move on to the robot game, which was Detroit Become Human.
That looks sick.
That looks really cool, but it didn't tick up my mark for me. Like it's one of those.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. And I'll wrap it up. It's like this is really cool if I already had the console, but this is not going to move me towards buying the PS4, which is where I'm standing in the world.
Well, as somebody that owns a console and has been begging for your reasons to kind of turn it on, that's one of the games that is going to make me have to turn my PS4 on and sit down and play it.
But I will say, how long is that game going to be?
Probably 8 hours.
See, I still need to see more of it because I mean, it looks super interesting, but they didn't really show like any necessarily gameplay. Like, is it like everything they showed looked like it was just a choice, and then actions took place.
Did you play Heavy Rain?
No, I never played. I didn't get.
It looks
I never
like
did.
it looks like it's going to be exactly like Heavy Rain.
So did you not actually perform any of the actions in Heavy Rain?
Heavy Rain, you moved the character around, but most of the stuff that you did in the game was either by like dialogue choices or you moved like a little cursor around on the screen to select things.
It was like investigation.
That's just how that studio designs games. That's just how they do those games.
Okay.
And it's very much more of the game is meant to be very much more story driven than it is gameplay driven.
It's called Detroit.
Yeah, but at least Heavy Rain had a plot where you're trying to uncover this. Or there's like a killer, right? And you're trying to find out who it is. But this one, if it's just gonna be like, okay, you get called to this hostage situation, then you do that. Then you get called to another one, then another one. That's the whole game. Then it doesn't seem that interesting.
Flashpoint, the robot game.
But I will say, what I also found interesting is that in the demo, it kind of was like, hey, you get to choose all these things, but it was only the one scenario, which was the hostage situation.
Well, that's standard demo procedure. They're not going to show you a whole bunch of different ones.
They were just showing that everything has several outcomes.
Yeah.
That's just like Heavy Rain. Heavy Rain, like you could get to the game, and I think the game had something like 10 endings or something like that, based off of all your decisions throughout the game.
Yeah, so like I said, I mean, it looks kind of cool, but I need to see, like, I hope it's not just dialogue selections and then stuff takes place. Because if that's the case, that's not for me. But I mean, if it's making choices and then performing actions to, like, actually back up those choices those dialogue choices you made, then that could be cool. But if it's 100% just checking boxes and selecting dialogue choices, like I'm not like that's.
If
not
it's like
me.
Heavy Rain, then it's not going to be 100% just checking boxes. It's going to have you do other things too.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I said it's still early. I definitely want to see more of it.
Because in the beginning you get called the negotiator, so that's your role, I guess, your title.
Well, from the sizzle reel, after they showed like the very end of it, they kind of showed a quick sizzle reel of different things that you're going to come across. I think the game does have a main story, and that what I was getting from it is that you're going to have to try to find out that guy, that android that's going crazy. Notice how on the side of his head it was red. Versus all the other androids being blue. I think that you're going to have to find out why androids are turning crazy. It's going to be like freaking Blade Runner or freaking iRobot. You're going to have to figure out what's going on with these androids.
I got a huge
the crumbs.
I got a Quantum Break feel from it. Similar type of game in my head.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not really feeling that one, but
the only thing I can say is maybe the aesthetics, and that's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so
go ahead.
After that was Resident Evil Biohazard, although it took the whole entire fucking trailer to give it a name.
Resident Evil 7.
Yeah, but Resident Evil 7 Biohazard.
No. Do you know why it had Biohazard down in the bottom?
No, I do not.
Because in Japan it's called Biohazard. The game is actually called Biohazard instead of Resident Evil.
What?
So they were just making a nod that it's Resident Evil here, and that it's also going to be called Biohazard 7 in
That's stupid.
Japan.
Only car companies do that.
There's no such thing as Resident Evil in Japan?
No, it's called Biohazard.
What a fucking ridiculous stupid fucking Japan land.
Well, then, no, because a game called Biohazard makes just as much sense here. Why not just fucking call it Biohazard here?
Because
Why
Japan
not call it Resident Evil there?
I don't know.
Because it came out in Japan first, Ryan.
All right, so Michael was happy about Resident Evil. Josh is probably happy about Resident Evil. Maybe.
It terrified the shit out of me.
I love Resident Evil games, but like I'm gonna have to download the demo and get into it and take a look at it. The thing that I just hate that they showed Resident Evil off, plus a bunch of other stuff off, in this VR montage of.
That's coming next.
I mean, Resident Evil, it's going to be interesting because you can definitely tell that they've ramped it up to the horror aspects. It's going back to its horror roots, which is what I wanted from the series.
But do you feel like it's going back to its horror roots while going, okay, we're going to go horror, but we're not going to go Biohazard 1, Resident Evil 1 style, although I don't remember it off the top of my head. I'm pretty sure it wasn't the Gone Home-like horror that this is, or Evil Within, which is like, you know, like the flashlight in a quiet room, and you explore. And then there's a thing over there, and then you're like, what in the fuck?
The current state of Resident Evil, though, it's not really using zombies anymore. It's using infected people that are more like parasites
Mutated?
now. Yeah, mutated parasites than they are zombies anymore. So at this point, you know, if they go back to the horror roots and they can run with that, then I'll be really happy. I really hope that I don't get into the demo and play for like 15 minutes and I'm like, it's horror, and then turn around a corner and all of a sudden it lock and loads me with an assault rifle and I'm mowing down people, because then I'll just be really depressed.
I have a question. How many of these games are PS4 exclusive? I mean, of course, God of War and Horizon.
So what they've showed, Resident Evil is not. Star Wars, Lego Star Wars, The Force Awakens is not.
Call of Duty, not.
Call of Duty not. Skylanders not.
Although whatever may be PS exclusive.
Oh, Crash.
The Crash Bandicoot thing.
Well, I don't know about that.
I mean, I don't. That's why I said maybe. I didn't say it was. I said, but there's
there's
very good likelihood that it is.
There's Crash games on Xbox.
That's what I'm saying, but it's a remastered. All it is a remaster, so don't get overly excited.
Well, no, not for the Skylanders.
No, that's not a remastered. That's introducing Crash as a playable character.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
No, what I'm saying, the other Crash stuff.
Yeah, they're remastering Crash 1, 2, and 3.
Okay, I mean,
yeah,
I would bet that shit's exclusive. I don't know.
I'd bet $1 that it's not.
$1?
All right, I'll take
Listen,
$1.
don't make bets with PJ. I swear to God.
$1.
I'll take $1 bet.
You never finalize the bet.
But
Exactly.
Well, okay, guys.
Yeah.
Explain it. What this is about.
You can't have a half-hearted bet. That's all.
Someone else explain it.
No, this is a reaction cast. I'm not explaining the bet. I want to talk about the one thing that PJ picked up on, and we all picked up on.
We're going to talk about what we want to talk about, and they're going to explain the bet.
Before we go into it, PJ picked up on it, I picked up on it, Danny picked up on it. The fact that the $400 pricing is still being shown for the VR.
Yeah. Which,
it's a lie. I mean, it's not a lie, but it is a lie. Yes, you can buy the version that is $399. But if you buy that version and you currently do not have the camera and you do not have any Move controllers, I'm still somewhat questionable about. I don't know if they're required for all VR games. Okay, but I think they are required for some VR games.
Yes.
So basically, if you buy it, at minimum, you're going to need to spend, I think the cheapest I've seen it is $30, but it's usually around $40 to $50 for the PlayStation camera, or else it's not, that $400 you spent is a waste. You're going to go home, plug it in, and it's going to be like, where's your camera? And you're going to be like, oh, I need a camera? What? Then you're going to have to go back to the store to buy a camera.
Then you're going to be out of money. You're going to be like, well, now I can't even pay rent, so how am I going to go buy a camera?
Yeah, exactly. It's like,
you can't buy no camera.
What they should have done on that screen is said PSVR $399.99, and then right below that they should have had a little asterisk next to it and said requires camera to be operational, and put the price of the camera there.
Yeah, because they actually have a bundle. They have a
No, I know
$4.99 bundle. They have a $4.99 bundle, which is what most people should buy. That comes with the PSVR, the camera, and I believe 2 Move controllers, and that's $4.99, which is basically what it actually costs. But they keep showing this $3.99 price tag, and it annoys the shit out of me.
Well, I mean, let's also kind of go that I believe this is Sony's modus operandi to give you just enough of the truth to bring you in, i.e., Destiny. Because if you asked, like, I thought a poll, I'm pretty sure it was, I don't know. I thought a poll was done that basically said that, like, hey, is Destiny Sony exclusive? And a lot of people actually said yes.
Guys,
And so
okay,
they-
so let's throw a rock at something that we care about.
Okay.
Are you
Wait.
asking?
Throw
Are you
the
asking?
rock.
Are
Ask
you
that
asking
again?
to change
I
topics?
mean, yeah, in the middle of me speaking.
No, I was
Yeah.
still on that topic. I thought your point was across, but whatever. A lot of people thought Destiny was an PS4 exclusive. You finished your point.
I'm really surprised, honestly, that did not
Yeah.
show up at the Sony conference.
That's yeah.
I thought that the new expansion was going to show gameplay at the conference. I would have bet money on it prior to the conference, and it was nowhere to be seen. That shocked me.
But what I was on the whole price debacle is what I was trying to get at. The price debacle. Okay, so is saying that PSVR costs $399 just as deceitful as saying that the Xbox S costs $399 or $299 and show a 2 terabyte right underneath it?
I mean,
I don't
but
remem-
that still works.
I don't remember it that way, but again,
And it didn't show a 2 terabyte right underneath it. Each screen was changing. 2 terabyte just came up in one of the screens.
I thought I was
It's
under
completely
the
separate.
I was under the actually I thought that was just the model, and they were like, yeah, it's gonna be 229, and then after it came out, we found out about the 2
$229,
terabyte.
Danny's going even cheaper. Shit.
Oh, did I say 229? 299. My bad. And then came out the iterations for the S. This is something completely different, I believe. But again, I'm biased, so whatever.
But see, at the same time,
Casey said on stage, it said Xbox said starting at $299.
So
and
it,
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
that's
3
different.
SKUs.
there's another thing though, is that you're talking about a new console, which is something that somebody wants to choose to do versus a peripheral that's going to work with your existing console.
That
This-
won't work if you don't actually have the camera. That's my
Exactly.
problem. Is like it's possible to take this to pay $400, take this thing home, and it not work. That is a literal possibility. That's my problem with it.
What if there's some games where you don't need it?
No, it has to have the camera. For the VR to work, it has to have the camera. It has nothing to do with the games.
What?
It has nothing. It's for the
Why?
hardware.
Doesn't it have a gyroscope inside?
I have
or
no.
something?
I don't know what their technology is. I don't know, but
I
it
don't understand why
requires
it
the.
needs the camera.
But it requires the camera.
The only thing that it doesn't require, unless the game says specifically, is the Move controllers. That's a game-by-game basis based off design and developer choices.
Which
Yeah,
means
exactly.
it's gonna die.
But that's what I'm saying. That's my single biggest problem with it. Is like I said, either some mom or some kid or whatever could go buy a PlayStation VR, spend $400 at Christmas or whatever, bring it home, and it literally not work, not be able to use it.
Trust me, it'll happen.
Exactly, and it's gonna happen. I guarantee it's gonna happen. I mean, it may not happen a lot, but I guarantee it is going to happen.
That reminds me how my friend bought the Xbox One and he didn't have a HD TV. He had like a regular TV and he couldn't play Xbox because it only has an HDMI.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but that says HDMI. It literally says HDMI
Yeah, it says
on the
on
front
the
of the Xbox.
So they toted that there were going to be 50 games coming out by the time it was released. Now, it's one of those funny things because I don't know who said it, but they look like tech demos. The ones
Me.
they showed which was Farpoint, which was like you're stranded on an unknown not island planet. And on a side note, did anybody else look like it
that
was
game.
like it
That game I
glitched?
thought looked cool. That game I
Yeah.
thought looked cool, but the other stuff,
Like VR.
what they classify as a game, because the Battlefront X-Wing mission VR experience, I'm like, is that an add-on to an existing Battlefront? Is it a standalone game?
Yeah, I mean, is that
I
gonna be
wouldn't be
$5,
surprised.
$10, $20?
I wouldn't be surprised that's a $20 alone, like just by itself.
Did they give a release date? Because I feel like that would come out with their
VR. It was October 18th.
Okay.
October 13th.
Was
Then
it
that's-
13th? Okay.
I mean,
18th, but
the
yeah.
way that I'm looking
13
at
sounds
this, the way that I'm looking at the PSVR is the same way I look at the Nintendo Wii. Nintendo Wii was new technology. Everybody wanted to cash in on it that had a Nintendo, and so what did they do? They started making gimmick games. So I want to know, and then there were those true games that used it that Nintendo were making. So I want to know just how many of these 50 titles that we're getting are legit, full-fledged experiences. How many of them are literally somebody trying to cash in on the new technology by just making some little something?
48.
But yeah, I think we've spent enough time on VR.
Other than to announce that there's going to be a Batman Arkham VR
Oh yeah.
and a Final Fantasy
Rocksteady
VR
is a bunch of
experience.
liars
Why are they liars?
because they said they weren't working on any more Batman games.
Well,
they did.
that's Arkham.
That's not a new.
That's not. It's a VR iteration.
That's literally them
Nah,
taking Arkham Asylum and putting.
It
VR.
doesn't say Arkham Asylum. It's Batman Arkham VR. Not Batman Arkham Asylum. Not Batman Arkham Knight. Not Batman Arkham whatever. All the other Arkhams. It is literally just Arkham. So
Well, considering that
it's
it's
a
got
completely different game.
considering that it's got Mark Hamill voicing in it, and Mark Hamill isn't working on any more Joker-related projects whatsoever, and he's even claimed that and said
Until
that.
they wrote him a check.
It's probably DLC to the current game.
It's probably.
I mean, we'll
them
have to wait and
taking
see.
one of the
I don't know.
old- since they're already talking about a definitive edition releasing of Arkham and Arkham City, this is probably just going to be tacked on along with that definitive edition.
Well, I guess we'll have to wait and see.
So the next game up was Call of Duty, and this is like, but they didn't say it was Call of Duty.
Danny had a freak out.
Danny was about to buy.
What are you talking about? Everybody in the chat had a freak out.
No,
Everybody's
but
like, what the fuck is this?
No,
Until they got on the ground and actually started shooting, everybody was like, what the fuck is this? And then as soon as they got on the ground and started shooting, they were like, oh, it's Call of Duty. That's Call of Duty.
I was this close to buying a PS4 at that moment. I was ready. I was fucking ready. And this is the guy that has been looking for a reason and still hasn't bought a PS4. I was this fucking close.
Dude, that would have been so funny.
I literally was
so funny if you went to Amazon. If you went to Amazon, ordered a PS4, and then it popped up Call of Duty, and you just cried.
Well, no, and the funny thing was that I was no doubt gonna go, okay, this is Far Reaches coming 2017. Call of Duty. And
But
now,
the second they
that Call of
pulled the
Duty
gun
does
up,
it looks awesome.
the second
looks
they
pretty
pulled the
damn
gun up and you saw the little hook on the side of the back where the mechanism is, I was like, that's a fucking Call of Duty gun. I've seen that
As soon as I saw the reticles,
yeah, it's
I was like, yeah. I was like, yeah. As soon as they started shooting and stuff, I was like, yep, that's Call of Duty.
no, and it made me go, wow, I'm really gonna buy that game for Xbox One.
enjoy it. I'll be playing Titanfall or
I'll be playing both.
So will I. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna lie. I was kind of contemplating passing COD this year. I'm not even gonna lie.
Until that trailer.
Yeah, that was pretty damn fucking good.
Like, how about I like I said, I think I said prior to the cast, it's gonna be hallway as shit. It's gonna be hallway as shit, but that transition from flying right into hallway fighting, oh, so fucking good. So fucking good. And I was just like, oh my god, this is an awesome space fighting release. What the fuck? Oh my god!
Watch that one mission that we just saw be the only mission that has space fighting, dog fighting in it, and everything else is corridor.
Why must you hurt me?
Yeah, because the reveal was in a city just running around like typical Call of Duty.
It's the year of the grapple.
No shit.
Yeah, it's one of those things. It was the year of the wall run. Now we need to jump between the really far away walls. The year of the grapple.
Although the grapple hook in Titanfall does not have that. I mean, it's got decent distance on it, but it don't have a huge reach.
As it shouldn't.
So what came up next after the Call of Duty? Oh, Kojima broke the internet.
No, it was Crash. It was Crash Bandicoot after that.
It was Crash Bandicoot.
Then Skylanders. Then
everybody
Lego
who
Star
listens,
Wars.
you know what happened. You are fans. You know what happened. Tell Lewis he lost because there was never actually a bet. And if there actually was a bet, he still would have lost.
And then Kojima and Norman Reedus broke the frickin' internet collectively. Together, they broke the internet.
Really? Like, I mean, yay, Kojima! Yay, Norman Reedus! What the fuck is this? No, seriously, what the fuck is this? Like, literally, the only thing that looked ridiculously cool was the Matrix-looking shit that went into the belly bump button of the disappearing kid and the floating black, vaguely humanoid-looking things in the distance.
Yeah, I got nothing from that trailer. I don't know.
Yeah, that's kind of how I felt. I mean, it's cool. I mean,
that's a classic.
And he said it was running in real time. Running in real time on what? Doing what?
That's a classic Kojima trailer. It shows you something and it shows you nothing at the same time, but for some reason, people get excited and freak out about it. That's just Kojima. That's what he does.
Maybe it's about saving the sea wildlife.
That's why. That's why
Kojima,
Colin Moriarty is currently clubbing seals of fans over the head, telling them that Sony won the conference because of the fact that Kojima came on stage.
Kojima smiled. No, and the thing is, Lewis, I think you're right because it's fucking Kojima. Like literally the most like obscure ass shit to like call out for. He'll go, oh yeah, that's what that whole entire game is about. But it didn't mention it once, Kojima. No, look at it again. And then everybody screams like he's and I love Kojima because he's because the greatest thing about Kojima is he's an innovator for the industry. Beyond that, he's a crazy old man.
I love the fact that whenever we look, it doesn't matter what the Kojima game is, Metal Gear Solid going off the rails or anything. The only way that you need to explain it to somebody is if somebody looks at the Kojima game and goes, "What the fuck is that?" A valid rebuttal is, "Dude, it's Kojima." And everybody's like, oh, okay, yeah, sure.
But if that logo, that guy in the logo is what's in that game, I don't see how it connects in any way.
It's Kojima! It will! And it will be so fucking weird!
Exactly. It's Kojima.
It's Kojima. Stop asking. It's fucking Kojima. And it had no date attached to it. None.
No. Matter of fact, there was only one shown game.
Yeah, almost nothing. That was another thing.
That had a date attached to it, and that was Last Guardian.
Yeah, that looks about right.
Well, no, Forza Horizon Zero Dawn did. It was February.
Forza Horizon Zero Dawn.
Forza Horizon Zero Dawn.
Oh, Horizon Zero Dawn.
No! Don't try to back out of this fucking shit, old man. I got you.
I changed it. I know I started to say Forza Horizon.
You literally said Forza Horizon and
Zero Dawn.
Jackass.
So we're getting a game where we drive supercars against robotic dinosaurs and we shoot them in the face with explosive arrows.
I'm fucking down.
Yeah, okay, right, yeah. Dude, no. Oh my god, my brain just had a thing.
Your brain just had a thing.
No, like this is more than a thought. I need to will this into existence. Forza Horizon Path of the Blood Dragon.
What?
Oh yeah, we're supposed to be talking about the Ubisoft conference too in this, aren't we?
Yeah,
No.
we're gonna get to that next.
That was
Yeah,
so
that
boring.
we're gonna like take a breath and then we're gonna jump into the Ubisoft thing and we're gonna listen to Ryan bitch for 25
I'm gonna
minutes.
change. I'm gonna probably change rooms.
What was the last thing they
The
showed
last
besides
thing,
the...
well, Spider-Man.
Oh shit,
Alright.
that's right.
Nuh-uh. It was the
Well,
biker
no,
It was
demo.
the
We already
Days
talked
Gone.
No, we already
They
talked
went
about
back
it.
to
We
Days
already
Gone.
talked about it. We already talked about it. So the last thing that we haven't talked about, thank you, Lewis, was Spider-Man.
Made by
And
Insomniac.
made by Insomniac, and it everything points to double
It
checking with
being
IGN,
exclusive.
to PS4, which makes no fucking sense.
Yeah,
Doesn't
I'm
make any
surprised.
sense.
I'm surprised a commercial superhero movie gets a console exclusive.
Yeah, that's crazy.
This
Yeah.
is just turnabout for the fact that Insomniac did an exclusive game.
Well, I
for
know, but
Xbox.
still,
No.
Disney has to approve that. Like Disney has to approve
Dude,
that.
who
console
is Disney? Who is Disney in bed with? Sony. They have been forever.
Okay, but still,
They've been in bed so long that they already got past fucking.
okay.
Oh. They backstabbed Microsoft, and they're using techniques from Sunset Overdrive to make this awesome Spider-Man game.
I don't know what you're talking about. Techniques from Sunset Overdrive. Everything I saw on that, immediately when I saw him swinging around and doing some of the attack moves, I thought to myself, I'm like, that's Spider-Man 2. That is Spider-Man 2 with newer graphics.
And a weird suit, by the way.
Yeah, what is up with the white symbol? What?
Yeah, it's even white on the forearms too. Looking at it, still of
They're
it right now.
stabbing everyone in the back. Spider-Man fans, Microsoft fans.
Lewis is mad and betrayed.
Lewis is
Fanboy,
angry
man.
over here.
Yeah.
Just go buy a PlayStation 4 and shut up.
Maybe.
Stop being a
It's
fanboy.
fine.
No, and that was the end. They
I mean,
did a
at the end
high-
of it, like I said, solid conference, and there's definitely things in this that I'm going to be buying and playing on my PS4 this year. I'm actually going to have a reason to play my PS4
But Josh, none of those
towards the
games
end
are
of this
coming out this year.
year and into next year. They have one game coming out this year. I'll have a reason to play it, and then I'll have more reasons to play it next year.
Oh, it's funny too because I was waiting for this is coming out in 16. This is coming out in 16. This is coming out in 16 because they've been waiting the last 3 years to like release a bevy of console exclusive games. Still not there. Looks like 2017 might be it. It's not there right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's why Microsoft's conference was so like it was full of things we already knew about because I feel like Microsoft is just in the beginning, incubation stage of like signing deals and games just starting to be developed. Just like how Sony's was last year, where they didn't have that much content, but now they have a bunch of content. So I think next year, Microsoft's gonna have the better conference.
I am so confused by what statements were just made.
I'm pretty sure that Xbox has come out with a minimum of 3, if not 4, console exclusive games every year.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
this conference we saw Recore again, which was revealed last E3. We
was
saw what else was there? Gears, which we saw at last E3.
No
Halo
Crackdown,
Wars 2
which was
we
weird.
knew.
Yeah, but Lewis, again, back to the statement, what did you see at PlayStation's conference that's a console exclusive that's coming out this year?
Yeah, I mean,
Did you see anything?
no, I didn't see anything. But
Last Guardian, you saw
Last
one.
Guardian.
what
Yeah.
I'm trying to say is just the amount of revealed titles.
There's three or four Microsoft games coming out this year. Those at the conference.
Yeah, I'm just saying, just for the presentation alone, like not on what's coming out this year, but just titles revealed at the conference. Microsoft didn't add as many as Sony did compared to last year. You know what I'm trying
No,
to say?
but I
No, I don't know what you're trying to say.
No, I understand what he's trying to say. Is that this E3 games that are brand new announced this year at this E3
Okay.
is higher at PlayStation. But
Mhm.
that's honestly because I'm sitting here and I truly believe this. It's because Microsoft has transitioned to announcing and talking about games that are coming out this fiscal year, i.e., up to April the 1st of 2017. What PlayStation has done is talked about games that are coming out at 2017 holiday. So the thing is that Microsoft next year at 2017 will talk about 2017 games, but PlayStation will be now still talking about the same games from last year. And I think Ubisoft's made the same transition, and I think it actually all started with EA barely announcing anything last year.
Because I'm still thinking though in my head, like, did they really announce more exclusives? Because
No,
Horizon, no, I'm thinking about Sony. Horizon we saw last year.
yeah,
Last Guardian we saw last year. We knew about
we
that.
did not see Grunt Lady last year.
Yeah.
That's not a game.
You don't know her.
God, what the fuck? I mean, I guess if I'm thinking about what they did, then they had the Kojima game, which nobody knows anything about, except for now that it has a title,
And Norman Reedus.
and Norman Reedus.
And a baby.
Oh, Jesus.
And crabs.
Oh, God.
And sand.
I still
Shut
think
up.
it's the fetus from PT.
So they announced that. They announced the one that I can never remember the title of that we talked about twice.
Days Gone.
Days Gone. They announced. So yeah,
Detroit
I guess they
Become
announced
Human.
more exclusives than what Microsoft had.
That's
Like fresh announcements.
But no, Days Gone isn't
That's
a
what I was
fresh
trying to
announcement because
say.
it used to be something else. It just changed names, but it was shown like 6 years ago.
no.
No.
So that
Colin said it himself. He's the genius on PlayStation shit. He said, I can't remember what the original name of the game was, but it was like Days Ride On or something. It was something about the road.
Dead Don't Ride.
Dead Don't Ride. That's what that game used to be.
Oh,
What
so
used to-
that's
Days Gone.
so that
Are you
that's,
sure?
that's
I
Yeah.
think that's still a different game.
No. Colin said it himself. I mean, if
Did he?
if we're
Okay.
gonna trust his opinion on PlayStation,
Yeah, I mean, he's got the inside sources, so if that's what he says, then most likely it's true.
so then that just means that that's that they just reshowed that.
Sony's Scott, and this is from IGN. Sony's Scott Ride said last year Ben had been working on a number of ideas before landing on a job that the studio could start massaging it into a full project. And earlier in 2015, Ben's technical director, Christopher Rees, says the studio's next big title would blow people away.
I was.
So basically saying that, to me, it sounds like that there were a bunch of ideas on the table last year, and then they kind of picked Days Gone, and then they started massaging it into a full project.
what Colin said in the post show was that game was from like people telling him that that's the exact same game. It changed ideas around some ways, and then changed names. But it's the same brainchild.
Because I thought they had just announced Dead Don't Ride like not that long ago, so that's
That was probably 3 years ago at least.
Dead
Really?
Don't Ride.
I feel like I just heard that name like super recently.
I'm pretty sure that was
Because
probably
you're getting old, buddy.
It's possible. I never deny that.
Actually, no. Whoa, no.
Told you already.
Report, April 18th, 2016 from PlayStation Lifestyle. Sony Ben PS4 new game titled Dead Don't Ride.
Yeah, see, that's why like maybe they changed the name, but I was like,
I mean, that's for sure what he said, but
I mean that's cool. It's just surprising that they come out
Yeah.
and said it like that recently, and then what? 2 months later they changed the name. It's a little weird.
yeah, you're right. I mean,
Right.
like I said, that's what
Could
he
have been
said.
the project name, like the project code.
Yeah,
Right.
I mean that's possible. But it's weird that PlayStation came out and said their next game is called Dead Don't Ride.
All right. Well, if anybody,
Ubisoft.
yes.
Yep, Ubisoft.
Do we just want to transition right into
Yeah.
that?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I'll probably just keep this as one show, probably, so don't worry about it.
So it started. Ryan, I will slap you. It started off with Just Dance, which is almost always boring as shit. But then it was Queen. It made it better.
That's
It's
true.
Queen.
Gotta love Queen.
It was
Still boring as shit.
It was Don't Stop Me now. It's coming out in October, and it's going to be on NX next year. Lana pops up. Yay, Lana. Moving on to...
Also, Ubisoft let me in the theater, and then it stuck me in the basement to watch it on TV.
But who did you watch it with? Who did you watch it with?
The dancers.
The dancers.
Wait,
You
dance?
have to be-
The Just Dance 2017 dancers that were just on
Did you
stage.
meet the giraffe? I want to know, did you meet the giraffe?
I don't know. I probably saw the giraffe.
I don't know
probably
what's
didn't go with the
sadder,
giraffe.
that they sent them down there with you, or that you were sent down there with them.
Exactly. It's like they didn't have no place for these dancers coming down here. All right, where did they go next, Danny?
Lana shows up, so it's cool to see Lana. But she's been doing it for the last 5 years, i.e. Alicia Tyler.
She's
I like
funny.
her.
I like
her.
her a lot.
I like her. And then it went into Wildlands, which is the open world Force
Please just give me this
Force
game.
Recon game, and it's gonna be set in Bolivia.
That looks really cool.
It's 4-player co-op. I actually was kind of interested in how deep they got into Coco, where they actually showed the scientific plant from Wikipedia entry on the back screen. You know what? I kind of compared it to The Division. That's more serious, and it's a country instead of a city.
It looks cool.
It looks cool.
I can't believe Jake doesn't like it. I mean, I know,
that's something for later. Our
Yeah.
buddy Flagger, who we were talking about, that is our tactical side group, said he wasn't that crazy about it, but whatever. You know what I found really cool? There was a moment where because Ubisoft has the things for drones. Yeah. And the drone that they had, which was a flying drone, because that's going to come into a little bit different with the wheelie drone in Watch Dogs. And the flying drone kind of flew over a broken skylight and flew vertically down. And I don't know what it was about that view, but it caught me, and I'm just like, wow, holy fuck. I don't know what it was, but... And then, so they did a 10-minute demo of that game.
10, 15.
Yeah, and they took it through a whole entire mission. It started off with the stealth approach, and then it went into the ocean. Yeah, that mission was hard.
Can I say that it's just really hilarious that when they want Ghost Recon games to become successful, that they always keep trying to make it go like south of the border into like Mexico and like South America.
This is Belize, so it's South America.
I just find it funny when they get their 4-player
It's Bolivia.
Wait,
camaraderie on
Bolivia?
screen.
Or Belize?
It's Bolivia. My bad.
Okay.
No, I think I originally typed it Belize because I thought it was actually set in Belize, and they're like, no, this is Bolivia, and then I had to retype it, so I still have Belize stuck in my
I
head.
was about to yell at you.
I'm sorry, Louis. Wait, why would it be you're an American?
No, because Belize is in Central America.
What does it matter? You're an American.
But geography matters. Okay.
All right. What was after Ghost Recon?
Okay, so no, real quickly, I caught something. When the helicopter was retaking off, the trees did not react to the helicopter. Thought we were over this shit by now. And it's getting released March 7th, 2017.
yeah. Why can't our character put the sunglasses on when they walk outside from out of a building? I mean, that's what I don't understand, Danny.
Ryan's playing an inside joke because I've been bitching about that for The Division.
Yeah.
But a tree's reacting to a helicopter. Next game
Completely different deals.
South Park Fractured But Whole.
How can you fracture your butthole?
Probably one of the. Okay, can we just all agree that the entire press conference just felt like they were having. It felt like they hadn't rehearsed it to a point.
No, I think they rehearsed it. I don't think that those two care at all. At all.
They weren't putting on a show. They were putting on a hey, let's just show you what we have casually and slowly for 2 hours. That felt like 7.
Like the entire thing just felt like they were slowly moving through, and people were kind of like stopping mid-sentence when they were trying to explain things. And like I said before we got in the cast, whoever was in Aisha Tyler's earpiece,
yeah,
kept on talking to her like when she was talking about things. So I don't know if they were like telling her stall, make it longer or whatever, but it just, you could tell that something was off with the entire conference.
I've been on the other end of the walkie-talkie from Aisha, or not with Aisha, but you know what I mean, running a show, and those things you have to say. I mean, it's not like you can't say those things, but typically you need to have your show rehearsed more so that those things don't come up. And when they do, I hate to put a bad thing on Aisha because Aisha's cool, but a good host knows how to roll with somebody talking in their ear and be able to talk at the same time.
But it depends on what they were saying.
That's true. No, you're right. I mean, if I'm saying something
minimal commands and stuff like that, like you can roll through. But if they start talking for like 5 minutes straight in your ear, you're like, wait a minute, what the fuck did you just say?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, they just talk too much. Just show us like this is a game press conference.
The Assassin's Creed movie thing totally did not need to be in that conference.
Not at all.
Yeah. I wanted to shoot myself.
You know what? Can I? If we're gonna jump right to that, I actually think they had a chance there to be like talk specifically to gamers, but no, they did a video. They did a video game, like a movie preview. Like, let's like explain Assassin's Creed, and it's just like, motherfucker, I know Assassin's Creed. I've been there since the fucking beginning. They had a moment, the chance specifically to talk to gamers that have been not that crazy about the movie from the beginning, and they fucking wasted it. And I put in the chat nap time during that part. So anyway,
I think that was bathroom break number 3.
South Park Fractured But Whole. Let's bring it back to this. This was actually probably what I'd say a highlight of the Ubisoft press conference.
It totally was.
Like, and coming out of Wildlands, which I thought was another highlight, going right into this. Apparently, you have a tragic backstory. Basically, you catch your parents fucking.
It's always a tragic backstory.
He's like, hey, dude, everybody's dad fucks their mom.
Yeah.
He's like, wait a minute. So your dad fucks your mom? Yes, that's how I'm here.
Actually, and it's funny because it actually started off with what was basically looked like the another Division trailer, but it was about crime instead of disease.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
and then it was like, there's one person, just save us. And then it was Coon Man. So
Dude walks out. I was like, I punched in a cool game trailer into, what's the name of their engine? Snowdrop? Yeah, Snowdrop. He's like, I punched in cool game trailer into Snowdrop, and that's what came out.
Yep. And there's going to be new combat.
It's still turn-based, though, yeah?
Yeah, it's still mostly turn-based, but will be some action-oriented type stuff to the combat, like movement and space.
Thing was kind of weird. I don't know how that's going to really work. Like, can you only move a certain amount of spaces per turn? I think that's going to be kind of odd.
Yeah, that's what I said. We'll have to wait and see what the differences are. But they nailed the first one, so
that's true.
And then the classes of heroes are dozens of classes.
What do we have, like 4 in the first game?
Yeah.
I think.
Did we even have that?
Yeah, I think there was 4, because I think there was like 3 normal ones, and then there was Jew.
By this time in my typing, I didn't type fractured but whole WH. I started typing fractured BUTTHOLE. I thought that was funny. And Fractured But Whole gets Stick of Truth as a pre-purchase if you pre-order it.
Yeah, if you pre-order it, you can play it right now on the new consoles. I guess it's remastered or up-resed or something.
Yes. It's coming out December 6th, and as usual, South Park went after everybody.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
Made several mentions of Kanye West, which was awesome.
They're going after Civil War.
Yep.
Yep. I thought that Civil War was in the third arc.
They're like, I thought the Captain America was going to be called Fractured But Whole, but we already had that name, so they had to go with Civil War.
Yeah. So next up was The Division. This is kind of showing the new expansions. Underground's coming June 28th, which is a nice little birthday present to me. I'll thank you all. And Survival, which is going to be it shows a new enemy, the one that I've never really seen before, a heavy enemy, and it's interesting. And then you also get Ubi 30 celebration, Ubi celebrating 30 years. You get new clothes, and one is Recon, Ghost Recon, one is Splinter Cell, and one is
Rainbow Six.
Rainbow Six, thank you.
Yeah.
I have Rogue, and I typed the wrong one.
No.
All right. Next up was Eagle Flight VR, which looks like another.
Never mind.
Go ahead.
I'm looking at Twitter, and going back to the Sony conference, Days Gone, one of the things that bothered the shit out of me was the main character, the look of the main character, the face. And looking at Twitter, it just confirmed what I thought. The main character is voiced and acted by Sam Witwer, a.k.a. Starkiller.
So, Eagle Flight VR.
Sorry, it was bothering me.
I love when shit falls flat.
Yeah. Eagle Flight VR. Palmer Luckey actually came out, a guy who created the Oculus Rift, started creating the Oculus Rift. That motherfucker was in flip-flops. Palmer Luckey.
Always in flip-flops.
It looks like
when you have $1 billion, you can wear. When you have $1 billion, you can wear flip-flops where the fuck you want.
But you don't see Mark Zuckerberg wearing flip-flops.
You know my problem with flip-flops? I have a really big germ problem with flip-flops. I feel like I'm gonna lose my flip-flop while I'm walking, and then my bare foot's gonna walk on the street.
What the fuck are you doing right now?
Ryan,
what the fuck are you doing right now? You're talking. That's how much you really don't give a shit about the Ubi conference, is it?
I find flip-flops more entertaining.
Alright, but yeah, the Eagle shit, I mean, it looked like, I don't know if you, I mean, but how much does that, there was what?
It looks like a tech demo. It looks like a tech demo.
I mean, to run that, you gotta have, I don't even know, for 4 Oculuses? Jesus fucking Christ.
You gotta have a lot of rich friends.
Yeah, you gotta have a lot of rich friends.
Using the new Xbox looking for group, you'll find those rich friends.
I'm just saying, four Oculus VR headsets, that's $2,400. Plus, you can't do it on one PC because you won't have enough USB ports because they take like 5 USB ports.
Guys, it's gonna be an internet game. Oh my god.
I know. I mostly joke.
I mean, it looked cool.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, every single time that they pulled back to show, like, the people sitting there playing it instead of the actual gameplay, I couldn't help but laugh my ass off.
Now, if it would have been... Now, if they would have done fucking Harry Potter fucking Quidditch...
oh, dude.
That shit would be hot.
What?
Dude, that'd be awesome.
You know what? No. PJ's not wrong.
Quidditch in VR would be fucking awesome.
No, because it's essentially the same game you've already built. It just kind of
Exactly. That's why I said it's like it's already kind of the same technology. You just had to build a stadium and change.
What if it's a DLC just like with Rocket League? They have basketball and NHL now.
Hey, I'm good with it, but like I said, yeah, Quidditch would have sold me a lot better on that experience.
That's awesome. The next up was the Star Trek Bridge Crew game. They actually got 2 Next Generation and the brand and Keith Urban I mean, you have LeVar Burton, and then Hottie McHotface, whose name I kind of forget right now.
Sarah something.
Sarah something.
Doesn't matter. That game's not gonna sell because they killed all of their fan base when they all had heart attacks when they saw it. So
it does look cool. It doesn't look complicated.
No.
Yeah, it looks super simple.
And it's coming to all major VR systems.
The graphics didn't really look good. It looked super.
In the end, it doesn't really look fun.
It looked like it looks like it was still in alpha.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Well, Ryan, in all honesty, I don't know. Like,
Dude, I love Star Trek.
Yeah. So what I'm trying to say is that thing about being the captain, being like, make it so. And
right, but it would have to be a deep game for it to actually look fun, and like it didn't look deep.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe they didn't show it that well for me, but basically that was like a, hey, look, there's some actors from Star Trek. They're playing a game that puts them in the situation where they were acting before. Like it didn't show off the game very well. I don't think.
Okay.
So, okay, here's an example. Here's a great example, actually, that I just thought of. Sea of Thieves. Their trailer, their gameplay trailer, where they were showing the people work together. If they did something more like that with this, I think it would have worked much
better. Where it was just little video boxes in the upper corners versus, like, jumping back and forth between showing them all sitting together and then showing
Shut up, I'm looking at the water.
Where it showed them actually, like, I don't think they showed like enough like actually accomplishing a goal together in the gameplay.
I mean, mostly it comes down to VR is still in its baby stage.
Infancy.
Yeah, I mean it's still in its infancy. Plain and simple.
Yeah, you know what? You say that, and then I think, oh, but Fallout 4 is coming to VR.
But we have no idea what that looks like. I mean,
it's gonna probably look the same. The visuals aren't that great.
Hold on. Think about this. How many bugs and bullshit are in Bethesda in fucking Fallout now? How many? Yeah. What are you gonna fucking run into in fucking Fallout VR? Yeah. What bug are you gonna run into that's gonna make you throw your fucking guts up?
When you fall through the world.
Yeah, when you fall through the world, or you get launched a million miles in the air like instantaneously. It's like. They're not known for they're not known for bug-free games.
You're not supporting Fallout VR?
Who, me?
Yeah, you don't think it's a good idea?
Well,
I think it's an awful idea.
Buggy games, so.
No, I think it's an amazing idea.
Fallout 4 isn't that buggy.
Please let the Skyrim bugs still be there for slamming the camera on the ground and sending you up in the air.
I forgot we were talking about PS4. Okay, anything Fallout.
We're talking about Ubisoft.
Yeah, but Fallout on anything PlayStation is super buggy, so never mind what I said.
No, I'm talking about in general.
Well, I haven't had any game breaking.
Stop talking about Fallout. Ubisoft.
Okay, Ubisoft.
The next game up was For Honor. It led a lot more into the campaign and what sets up the multiplayer kind of universe. It's going to be released February 14th, 2017, and you can register for the alpha now.
Dude, everything that excited me about that game's trailer last year, it killed all of that excitement in the trailer this year. Like, that campaign trailer was not interesting to me.
I have the exact same feeling. Like, I was kind of super hyped for that game, and it just kind of killed all the steam for it. Like, I don't even know if I don't know.
I keep thinking that maybe if I was behind the sticks, or maybe if I was on the sticks with the game and I was playing it would be different. Maybe it's just not something that is good for somebody else to watch be played. But, God, man. That or maybe it's just the fact that they were using the Viking guy, and the Viking guy is just some huge lumbering person versus like a knight that might be faster, the samurai guy that might be faster if they would have played him. It could be so many different things, but I just did not. That was not a good thing to show the campaign with. Not a good pick.
Yeah, we're definitely on the same page there.
Like, I think John, who is hyped about the game more than anybody else, and he's played it. I think John is going to see that campaign trailer, and even he is probably going to get a little depressed. He's going to be like,
I think he's gonna be disappointed. So what else we got, Danny?
All right, next up was, well, I started with what the fuck is this shit, and it came out to be Trials of the Blood Dragon. It's a Trials and Blood Dragon from Far Cry 3.
PJ already bought it.
PJ already bought it.
I've already played it.
Is it
I
good?
streamed it already. Yes, it's good. It's
All
another
right.
It's another Trials game. Although you can get off your bike and go shoot people.
Because that's what was missing in a Trials game.
Exactly.
At this point, they completely stopped the press conference for Assassin's Creed movie. Moving right along. Watch
we
Dogs
went to the bathroom.
again. Watch Dogs was after that. It's coming out November 15th. It was really cool because they had a moment where, and this will lead into the other thing I want to talk about, where the guy puts on headphones and then it ramped up the music, and I'm wondering if this is going to be main story mission points, or will you at any time be able to put your headphones in and listen to a local station, or not a local station, but call it a Pandora station or a Google Play playlist or something, whatever their
Or
version.
can I listen to my background music?
I think it's going to be by choice. I think they were just showing off a feature. But can I say that as somebody that played the first Watch Dogs, watching them run around in this one, everything is better.
Oh, I agree. And the deep aesthetics. They've gone and changed almost all the aesthetics.
Can we say just the movement, the character movement, how he's a parkour runner, and he feels fast and he feels agile, whereas Aiden felt like his giant trench coat was weighing him down and that he would fall and just... This guy also has personality, too. Aiden had no personality. His personality was, I want revenge.
Yeah, like a Punisher type of personality.
Yeah, this guy actually has personality. And I was shocked, and I don't know if I just was not paying attention in the other trailers, but I remember a few weeks ago somebody saying that the new protagonist for Watch Dogs 2 was of Asian descent. I was really shocked in the trailer when I saw that it was not an Asian guy. It's like,
no, I've known it. I'll say no. I've known it was African American for a while.
I thought the rumors of it being an Asian guy was still true. So when it was an Asian guy, I was like, what? What?
Because I don't remember how that leaked. I don't know if it was like an IMBD or something. I don't remember how it was, but yeah, that leaked a while ago, or at least rumors of the leak.
I was very impressed when the point in the trailer when he says he sees that they're downloading the data, and they said that we need to get in there, and he says, okay, well, I'm going to give you access and then do this, and he tells them things to do. I was actually very impressed because when he said what they needed to do, that's exactly what a hacker would do to get into a network. He told them to use a botnet and brute force to attack the network in order to get in. That's exactly what a hacker would do to breach a network. And I was like, oh my god, they did it! They studied!
Like I said, deep aesthetics. Also, drones. They showed at least 2 different drones, one on wheel, and then one that looked literally right out of the Wildlands.
It looked like the exact same
thing. Yeah, thank you. I'm not the only one. It's like the guys from Watch Dogs went over to the Wildlands guy, or vice versa, and went,
hey, they're in the same universe. It's all right.
Yeah. You know what? At this point, who the fuck knows? Watch
All
every
Ubisoft
Ubisoft games.
All Ubisoft is connected.
Because Watch Dogs is connected to Assassin's Creed.
Wait till the assassin shows up in fucking For Honor.
I'm gonna have way too much fun in Watch Dogs 2, remote controlling a vehicle and killing people with a remote control car. Although that part of the trailer where it shows him getting engaged in a gun battle and he remote controls the car to walk with it and use it as cover, that was like, holy shit, that's awesome. That's cool. I like that.
I agree with that.
When he was being
Also, like
stealthy,
the one.
when he was being stealthy, and that Lamborghini was in whatever that red sports car.
Definitely look like a
I just want him to remote control that and just distract everybody and just run that car out the fucking window.
Yep.
Yeah.
So like I said, it's coming out November 15th. And then they also announced, taking the wind out of the sails,
Yeah, I don't know this one.
Watch Dog movie.
Well, they announced
okay.
two things.
Well, and then the Sony exclusivity.
I don't understand that. It's not because of the fact that I don't understand why a company would want exclusive access to DLC, but based off of the last DLC pack for the first Watch Dogs.
First and last.
Yeah, why would you really want exclusivity on that DLC unless they plan to have a much more expansive DLC schedule for it?
So
because it was like nothing.
So is it timed or is it like?
It's 30 days. They
30
get it
days?
30 days ahead of time.
30-day DLC exclusivity is pointless. I don't know why any company pays for it. It doesn't sway very many people. I mean, it probably does sway some people, but I don't think it sways very many people's choices.
It sways the type of people that if the Division was going to be getting it early over on PlayStation, Danny would have bought it on PlayStation.
No, he wouldn't have.
If he had a PS4.
Wait, run that by Bigfoot.
If he had a PS4, I will.
If he had a Danny, if you had a PS4 already,
if he would have.
If you had a PS4 already and Division was getting the DLC 30 days early, when you were hyped as all could be before the game got out, would you have bought it on PS4?
I don't know how to answer that. I'm not gonna lie.
I think
don't
you
know how to.
But he still would have wanted people to play with it, and if all the rest of us were still getting it on Xbox, he probably still would have went with Xbox.
That's the argument that I kind of fall back on. But the fact is, you know what my biggest thing I would have done? What the fuck is this bullshit? That's the biggest thing I would have done.
His fanboy heart would have cried out.
Yeah.
Screamed. So yeah, Watch Dogs movie and Sony.
All right, who is that?
What is that?
What?
Somebody's got.
That's mine. Freaking trains going by.
Oh, okay. I was like, it kept sounding like I was like, is that Zelda ringtone or something? I'm like, what is that noise?
I didn't know we were playing Xbox with Jake right now.
Yeah, I know, right? By the way, also that is we have an announcement to make. Those trains are the sounds of us announcing that Train Simulator is coming to Xbox. No. That was funnier in my head. The next
for the hype train.
Final game to be announced. Like that was a bad joke. Now that I realize it, move away. New game, new IP by Ubisoft. Steep.
This was actually really cool.
Which I'm guessing the Ubisoft press conference either got I think they started late and they ran a little bit long because about 20 minutes before this happened, I was going through my emails and I had already gotten an email about this announcement and I was like, I don't remember seeing that game. Okay, all right, I guess I missed it. And then it popped up. I was like, oh, this is that sports game that I got the email for.
It looks really cool. I like the concept.
It's set in Swiss, French, Italy, Alps. That little corner. I've been there. I was just there this February. I was really excited about when they said that. It's all about extreme mountain sports. I think that might be the
snowboarding, skiing, wingsuit. What was the up?
That was paragliding or
paragliding.
Okay,
something like that.
I couldn't remember what it was. They didn't show that.
The cool thing was though they showed the wheel that regardless of what you're doing, you can swap them at any time. I don't know if you can do it while you're on the move. That would obviously be stupid, but
yeah, that'd be some real dumb shit.
If you're standing still, it looks like you can swap them at any point. So if you're like, I don't want to glide anymore.
Unless you were snowboarding and then hit a nice little jump, and then switch to to your parachute.
That would be
gliding
cool,
suit.
actually.
That would be kind of cool.
That would be cool.
By the way, we're also falling into Just Cause right now. Again,
Yeah, but
not
you don't
making
need guns to have fun.
not landing the jokes. It's really interesting. You can create, like, if you do something awesome, you can create challenges out of it. So say you take a really awesome jump, you can kind of like make a friend exclusive challenge for your friends to make the jump better. It's still kind of goofy. Like, there was this point where they had this GoPro like straight at the face look, and it was a clown laughing for 2 minutes. Which
Well,
probably
I would say I don't think that was actually like part of it. I think that was more like cinematic trailer. I don't think you'll be able to actually do that in the game, or
No,
like
that was,
it was like
yeah.
camera mode or photo mode type.
no, I
replay.
understand that, but like
That was more showing the wackiness of what you can wear.
no, and that's what I said. It's still it's a little goofy, with like what you can wear and
Have you
kind
been
of
to Snowboard Mountain?
huh.
People wear some goofy shit.
Yeah, people were
Yeah, I mean,
weird
no,
action
but
on those
that-
slopes.
yes, and that's what I'm kind of also underlining, that it's, not a completely serious game. There are goofy, like, guys screaming when they hit something. It's kind of goofy, because if they made it any more serious, it'd be really fucking depressing.
Dude, I've seen freaking guys when I've been up snowboarding, like going down the slopes in full-on Chewbacca gear. I'm not joking. It wasn't a Star
Yeah, it's
Wars
not
day.
surprising.
It wasn't anything. That's just what they ride in.
Yeah, that's not surprising. I'm just saying that they've kept a sense of goofiness in this game still. That's at least what I think. I think that, like, I also typed, it has a hell of a theater mode. I don't know if they're calling it theater mode, but they have a hell of a version of it where you can rewind, and you can change it from
You can
different
check out
angles
your
of all the
line.
players around you.
You can check out your line.
Hmm.
I really,
Casey says doink the clown.
I want to know more about what licenses they acquired, because I
Well,
want to
obviously
know.
they have the GoPro one.
Well, no, I want to know if they have like
Maybe
specific
Burton.
licenses for like Burton, Ride, actual companies
Spider.
that do gear, and because it would be cool to have that and be able to
Cool to
actually
be able to
ride.
wear shit I can't actually afford in real life.
Exactly, exactly.
That shit is so expensive.
Yep.
Burton
and-
snowboard gear is so much.
And it's coming out this December.
Two
Yeah,
games in December, and I'm
yeah,
gonna
I'm down-
buy
I'm
now.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to that one. That's cool.
That's
It'd be
gonna
nice. It'd be nice if it wasn't a completely full price game, but I doubt it. If it
No,
was
it's
like
gonna
a-
be full.
if it
You
was
know
like-
it's gonna be full.
I know it's gonna be full. That's why I said it'd be nice if it was like a $40 title. That'd be
I
cool.
wonder if they're gonna
but-
have a campaign in it, though, like a King of the Mountain type campaign, where
Yeah, something. I don't know exactly. That's why. We'll see.
which is fine by me, especially if it does something like what Mirror's Edge does, where it keeps times of everything, so that as you're playing the campaign, you can squash your friends' records or outperform their tricks, or have an option to have their ghost appear and school their freaking ghost as you're making your run.
Forza.
Yeah, kind of like Forza, except not racing on the road.
Well, to be fair about Forza Horizon, there's a considerable amount of racing not on the road.
That's true.
I think the most hilarious thing, though, is going to be replay videos that people do from the first-person mode angle, especially if they're if they're trying to slalom through trees. Just watching their character ragdoll physics off of all the trees in first-person mode.
Yep.
Yep.
So, I
Anyways,
think that's about it.
that is the end of the Ubisoft and press conference. If anyone else has anything else to say, Danny's starting to lose it.
Nope. I just want to. If you podcast listeners didn't know, you can watch us live on YouTube at youtube.com/cleverly named games. Except for this one right here. That happened to be one of my personal
Technical difficulties.
technical difficulties. Exactly.
Okay,
But yeah,
so
go over there and give us a subscribe to our channel, follow, like our videos, all that type of wonderful good stuff. We appreciate it.
Wait, do we want to vote?
do we
Vote
want to
for
vote?
what?
Who had the best conference?
I thought you were going to vote for
I
Bernie.
think
or
no.
some shit.
I think we should do that next week.
Yeah, we'll say that.
Let's just vote right now.
Hey guys.
Let's
Nintendo's
just
still
do it.
tomorrow. Nintendo could still pull it out.
Wait, Nintendo has a conference?
Oh, your optimism is so cute.
It's called sarcasm.
I didn't realize they even had a conference.
Honestly, I think a vote would be pretty easy.
Microsoft.
I'm pretty sure for all of us,
Microsoft.
Microsoft probably wins. Honestly, though, Sony was probably relatively close this year. They weren't quite there. They had some shit in there I don't give a fuck about.
Yeah.
But like I said,
Xbox
this is definitely
just speaks to me, man.
this was definitely their strongest. Like I said, this was definitely their strongest conference I've seen from them in a while.
You know what
they were
Sony didn't
short,
show?
concise, and to the point.
You know what they didn't show for the first time ever?
Numbers.
Sales statistics.
Yeah,
And-
exactly. That's why I said there was none of that this year. That's why I said they were short, concise, and to the point. It was mostly. I mean, it was basically just like Xbox. It was all games. Now, granted, they had less that mattered to me, and they had the VR shit that I'm not sold on yet, but it was still pretty much all games.
Yep.
Yeah, man, it's not my fault that Xbox's games just speak to me way more. But,
Yep, and that's how most of us are here.
yeah.
But yeah, and then you can find all of our as I finish out our closing.
I'm okay with that.
You can find written articles sometimes on clevernamegames.com. Our podcast is also there. We also host another podcast called Game Over Man. It's pretty good if you want to check that out.
Game over, man.
And I think that's about it. Give us a
Casey votes for Sony. Just throwing that out there.
Well, whatever.
But he did say that gamers win in the end.
He's one of the
Gamers
weird.
do win in the end.
Casey's always been weird.
But anyways, thanks for hanging out with us. If you're here live, if you're listening on the podcast, thanks for listening, and we'll see you later.
I have to work tomorrow. I don't want to do that.
That sucks.
My name is PJ. I like presents.